Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my full review of the Apple iPhone 6 Plus. Now I've had this for almost a week. I think that's plenty long enough to share with you my opinion, my likes and dislikes, and also show you a comparison between this and the iPhone 6 that you can see in the background there. So first of all, let's tackle the size. This is a large screen device, 5.5 inches. And that's not to everyone's liking, but some people do like the Galaxy Note range, or they do like larger screen smartphones. But for me, it's got to be manageable. Yes, you can fit this into a pocket, but just holding it feels very cumbersome, quite slippery as well. I'm always worried I'm going to drop it, and I can't reach the top left-hand side of the screen. And Apple have given us this double tap feature, so we can double tap on the home button to bring all of those icons down to a reachable sort of distance. And now I can reach all of this top line of icons. And when you're in applications, you can do that as well. But I don't like the way that's implemented. If I've got a large screen phone with a beautiful display, why would I want to decrease that by half the size? It certainly defeats the object. So I'm not happy with how this feels in the hand, but don't get me wrong, it is a really lovely device, but it's got to be something I'm comfortable using, and this is just my personal opinion. The actual build quality of it is very good indeed. It is really nicely constructed, really lovely materials used, and I love the way that we can switch the display round into landscape view, the fact that some applications take advantage of this viewpoint as well, where we get a double paned view and we get extra keys on the keyboard, etc. And in time, many app developers will take advantage of this as well. But for now, based on today, there are some apps that just look silly on this large screen. So let's move on to talk a little bit about the camera. Let me turn this around and show you on the back here. We've got an 8 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization. Now I tested this against the iPhone 6 camera, which has got digital image stabilization. And yes, there was a little bit of difference, but there really isn't that much in it. The optics are pretty much the same, and the results you're going to get are pretty much the same as well. Now, I've heard arguments from various journalists and people that are using this that you would want the iPhone 6 Plus because you want the best camera you can in your smartphone. The smartphone is the camera you have with you all the time. Well, yes, that is true, but if you're somebody who's really worried about low light photographs, you're going to have either a compact camera, a micro four thirds camera, or a digital SLR. You're not going to be relying on your smartphone for those really important photos. So I don't think that's an argument here. Some people have also said they don't like the design on the back. And for me, initially I was really worried about these white line breaks in the design. But over time I've got used to them, and I do like how elegant it looks from all angles. So again, a personal opinion, but I do like that a lot. Let's also talk a little bit about battery life. Now, battery life on both the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus is very good indeed. After a full day's use, I'm finding that I've still got roughly about 35 to 38% left on the iPhone 6 Plus, and on the iPhone 6, around about 25 to 28% left. So the iPhone 6 Plus definitely a better battery life than the iPhone 6, and definitely a marginal improvement on the previous generation iPhone 5 and 5S. Just look at my sexy, gorgeous Just Racks cabinet for all of my audio and video gear and my games consoles. It looks absolutely amazing. But hold on, how did I even miss that? So that demonstration there was another thing that I'm not a great fan of on the iPhone 6 Plus, and that is the speaker across the bottom here. Now at high volumes it does distort very badly, so not great audio quality at high volumes. And even at lower volumes, if you place your hand over the speaker, perhaps you're holding it in a certain way, you can hear the vibrations from the speaker reverberating through your hand, and it really does affect the audio quality. It's also very easy to mute with your hand as well. This is not as good, in my opinion, as the iPhone 5S speaker, and I'm a little bit disappointed with Apple on this front because this large screen device really does lend itself well to viewing back media. It's got a beautiful screen, but the audio quality really does let it down. Now, I did mention briefly earlier about the camera quality, and for capturing both videos and photos, the iPhone 6 Plus is really very good indeed. I want to touch a little bit on the actual screen quality. This has definitely got a blue tint to it, so not very accurate colours. The white balance on the iPhone 6 Plus screen is not as accurate as Apple would like to make you believe. So throughout this video so far, I have been giving you some really mixed messages about my feelings on the iPhone 6 Plus. Well, that's not going to stop here because I love the device. You know, I really wanted to love it 100% though, and unfortunately that just isn't the case. You know, iOS 8, for example, the software on here is very, very buggy. It's got a lot of lag. Some of the user interface issues when zooming in and out are incorrect. We have overlay issues at the top of the user interface. Really things that Apple should have sorted out before release. And I also think that Apple released this device because other manufacturers had larger screen phablet devices as well, and they were seeing them having great success with them, and they didn't want to miss out. Any company would do that, of course, but you need to do it correctly. And what I wish they'd have done is given us the same 1920 by 1080 resolution screen on the iPhone 6, given us the same optical image stabilization on the iPhone 6, given us the same battery life on the iPhone 6, and made the only differentiator the actual size of the screen. And then people's decision would have been so much easier. I wanted to like this device because of the optical image stabilization, because I like my photography and I wanted the best camera option, and also because of the battery life. And I'd be lying to say that I didn't want the 1920 by 1080 resolution screen. But I find this just too big, you know, it's just not for me. When I first got these into the studio, people were saying, hey, why have you got two iPhones? You know, why did you buy two? That's ridiculous. Well, I got both in because I intended to keep one and then give one to another member of the family. But something really weird has happened actually in the last week. I've been showing people this. I've been showing my son this, my daughter this, and my wife, and all of them have said, this iPhone 6 Plus is too big. I would like the iPhone 6. And that left me thinking, well, if they want the iPhone 6, I'm going to have to keep the iPhone 6 Plus for myself. But I couldn't do that. I just find the iPhone 6 Plus too cumbersome, and I want something that, albeit with a lower resolution screen and slightly less battery life, that I can handle with one hand and that still delivers the sort of experience I would expect from an Apple product. And that is the iPhone 6. That's just my opinion. Maybe you prefer the larger screen iPhone 6 Plus. So let me know in the comments section below if you've tried both of these and which one you would choose. So there really isn't much between these two devices, so the ultimate decision really is yours. Thanks very much for watching. Please do leave me some comments in the comment section below. Please do hit like on this video, and I will see you all in the next one.